best part is I get to introduce someone who normally has to listen to me. And that was the first thing she said to me when she came in the room today. Is usually I get to hear you talk. Well, I'm so thrilled to introduce to you all Rachel from Head Start. She's a mom of 3. 2 are twins. Just looking at you, Ashley.
5.
You're a mom of 5. This
is
3.
It's grown.
Oh, 5. It grew?
It grew. I got married.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And 3, so 3 of her children went to early Head Start and Head Start. While her children attended school, though, Rachel got her own education and now is a Head Start teacher. So please welcome Rachel.
I have a lot of kids. So my journey with Southern Oregon Head Start started just over 9 years ago with my oldest biological child, Eric. So Eric was this sweet little boy who really liked to play in water, really liked trains, didn't do well with loud noises, but he was like the apple of my eye. He was my first child, and at the time he had a sibling, Logan, and I had just become a single mom. Just moved out from a not healthy situation, and just became a single mom. And Head Start, here we go. This will be a great opportunity for my kiddo who likes to play in water. So we get going into the Head Start world, and I'm not working, so that's cool. I stay at home with them, so I'm like, sweet, 4 hours a day with only one child, awesome. So I get going, and pretty soon I get this phone call. Eric, who also really liked water and trains, also hid under the table and didn't like loud noises and couldn't really manage super well in a Head Start world. So at Southern Oregon Head Start, we give each and every child who comes through the door developmental screenings. And from the very beginning, it became very clear to the wonderful staff at Head Start that Eric was just a little different and was going to have some extra challenges. And so here I am, this young mom with these kids, and my advocates and staff at Head Start really partnered with me through that journey, through the testing, not just locally through his doctor, but up at CDRC. And my sweet little boy who loved to play with water and trains turns out to have a sensory processing disorder and ADHD, right? And so it was wonderful to be able to have that support system through Head Start, to be able to have that advocate, to have that teacher to help show me where to go and how to get him the services he needed. They partnered with me to get him on his first IFSP, his individual service family plan, and just really help me in this journey of understanding, like, what is sensory processing disorder? What does that mean for my family, right? Challenge number 1. We've got Eric some services. We've got some support. So now what are we going to do for Rachel? Because Head Start, as you know, supports the entire family, right? So we're supporting Eric. We're getting Eric what he needs. So then it turns into me and home visits and the advocate going, what can we do to better your life? Well, prior, I had started schooling, right? But I wasn't really going. I was going to school because it was the right thing to do. I needed to go on with my life. I needed to go somewhere. I had already kind of started taking some early childhood classes, but my advocate was like, we can do this, and really helped me sit down and plan a schedule that I could do while he was at school, helped me find childcare for my other kiddo, and really helped propel me into my education. One problem. So when I was younger, I got in a car accident. Rachel didn't drive. Rachel didn't want to drive, didn't like driving. That's a problem when you need to be a functioning adult. So the whole year, they spent a whole year building these relationships with me. My son rode the bus, which was really amazing. The bus was only available in the afternoon. And turns out, wonderful sensory processing, ADHD, hide under the table. Eric, he really needed the teachers in the morning. He really needed that team. So Rachel, it's time to get back on the driving wheel and learn how to drive. So one wonderful thing that Southern Oregon Head Start and United Way partnering and giving us that support is they were actually able to offer me some support and help me take like a driving class again so that I could get back under my wing and get more comfortable driving. And so by the next year, it was time to roll around and I had my driver's license again and we were ready to roll. So Eric, a little bit about him. He now is 12 years old. He is in 7th grade. He has achieved honor roll last year through being able to get the tools and to help educate me about how to help him. So then there's Logan, he's the next kiddo. So Eric did 2 years. Out goes Eric. I was lucky enough that in came Logan right away. So I got to spend another year at the center with these amazing people with Logan. Logan is developing. He has no developmental delays. It was like, it was a little bit easier, but it was wonderful to have that family. So really in the second set, because I had Eric went 2 years, Logan went 2 years. So that second 2 years, they really, really encouraged me. It's your time. And I got my AA. And after Logan completed his second year at Head Start, I actually came to work for Head Start the following year. In the meantime, some other things I went through is, I had twins. Right? So my advocates who really are like Head Start is this amazing school family, right? And they're amazingly full of support. And that third year, they're like, oh, she's doing good. And then I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, I made some not great choices. I don't regret them, but I'm having twins. That was fun. And so that was really a challenge. And Kat was actually the area manager, and I had those twins that last year, and I'm like trucking them in by myself, both carriers, with that wonderful Head Start team just rooting me on all the way. And I will tell you that I was scared. I had already committed that I'm going to go back to work. I want to work for Head Start. But now I have 2 more infants, and they helped encourage me, and they helped me make a plan. Obviously, I had family help as well, but Head Start, really, that school family, really helped me make a plan that, yes, I can be a successful single parent, and I can go to work, because going to work helps get me out of that track that I had been in. And so we went through. I started working at the Redwood campus. I was an assistant. I drove the bus. Okay, so I went from I never drive to I drove the bus. That was interesting. And then the year after, I actually became a teacher. So I just finished my 5th year at Head Start. When my twins became of age to go to Head Start, they also attended. And let me tell you, they weren't so much like Logan. They were a little bit more like Eric, and that was fun. But just having that wonderful support system and family has been great. So what that does for me now is I've gotten to spend 5 years working for Head Start and telling those parents, those families, I know where you are. I am who you are. I've been where you are. I am a Head Start parent. I am exactly where you are. That little boy hiding under the table, that child is precious, and I know how you feel. And so it has done amazing things for me to be able to work for an agency that brought me through this. And every single day I get to work with families and help them make those changes themselves, because I can remind them, if I can do it, you can do it, because we are all in it together. And so Head Start being this family and this extended family, and United Way being part of our extended family and investing in Southern Oregon Head Start is really moving people from poverty to working class. It's moving people and children who need services. It's helping get them their services. And each and every day, that's what we get to do. It isn't always easy. It's usually always fun, but it's an amazing journey. And so Head Start has definitely changed my life. and I'm super excited to see all the lives that it's changed. I've hit about 150 kids that I've had in my class, and let me tell you, it is the best feeling in the world when you are out in public and they run up and hug you, or you can see the growth. You know, there's always that kiddo that maybe needed an IFSP or needed some extra support, or that parent that needed some extra support. And when you get to see them out in the community thriving and growing, I'm super excited this year. I had returning kiddos. I taught 3-year-olds last year. I got 4-year-olds this year. I got to keep half my families. When I started last year, almost all of my families were in what we would consider trauma. Those returning families are the healthiest I've ever seen them in their lives. They just came back thriving, and because of it, their kids are coming back thriving. So really, just thank you for all the support that you give us, and just thank you for being part of our school family.